Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold.
We gather in the presence of God to give thanks for the gift of marriage. God created us male and female and gave us marriage so that husband and wife may help and comfort each other, living faithfully together in plenty and in want, in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health, throughout all their days.
You're lovely, with your smile so warm, and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you, and the way you look tonight. With each word your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight.
Jonathan, understanding that God has created, ordered, and blessed the covenant of marriage, do you affirm your desire and intention to enter this covenant?
I do.
And Kristen, understanding that God has created, ordered, and blessed the covenant of marriage, do you also affirm your desire and intention to enter this covenant?
I do.
Tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose.
I, Jonathan, take you, Kristen, to be my wife.
I, Jonathan, take you, Kristen, to be my wife.
And I promise,
Before God and these witnesses,
to be your loving and faithful husband,
to be your loving and faithful husband,
in plenty and in want,
in plenty and in want,
in joy and in sorrow,
in
sickness and in health, as long as we both shall live.
Love you just the way you look tonight.
I, Kristen, take you, Jonathan, to be my husband.
And I promise,
Before God and these witnesses,
to be your loving and faithful wife, in plenty and in want, in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health, as long as we both shall live.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
John, from the time that I first got to know you, I felt drawn to you. You know I mean it when I say you are my favorite person to run to when I'm sad, to see when I get home from work, to spend a cozy night in drinking wine with, or to spend a fun night out dancing with. So here, I make my vows to you, John, my favorite person. I promise to always be your partner, to take your side in life's dilemmas, and to always support you. I promise to love you unconditionally with all of my heart and to be faithful to you always. I promise to never stop communicating or compromising and let you have a say if and when we disagree. I promise to always put our relationship and family first and to approach raising our kids with the love and respect that should fill a family home. I promise all of these things and more to you today, and I am so excited and happy to be marrying the love of my life.
You have the most amazing, caring spirit that shines through you and touches everyone. I knew that I was in love with you when, rather than going out on the town in San Francisco, you decided to stay with me and build a pillow fort in our swanky hotel room. You have helped me to see beauty in the world, and now I want to experience it with you. I look forward to laughing and loving through our life adventures. I will remain faithful to you and our vows. Christy, you're my best friend, and I will love and respect you always.
In other words, please be true. In other words,
Before God and in the presence of this congregation, Jonathan and Kristen have made their vows to each other. They have confirmed their promises by the joining of hands and by the giving and receiving of rings. Therefore, I proclaim that they are now husband and wife. Those whom God hath joined together, let no one separate.
somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond a star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing.
Say hello to Alex, will ya?
All the single ladies, 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 all the single ladies. Now put your hands up.
In the second position, someone shy and reserved, notwithstanding, she is getting married this next spring. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Steph Roy. He is known for traveling the globe and is quite the soccer hooligan. And best of all, he brags about how he can totally do the Magic Mike dance to his intro song. Here he is, Magic Ryan. What do you got? That's not the Magic Mike. Come on, let's see it. I gotta tell you, I had my dollar bills ready. She and and Christy went to college together. They bonded over their mutual love of Harry Potter and Britney Spears. She is currently in charge of planning and directing all school and educational programs at Coloma State Park, but is tired of teaching annoying children how to pan for gold. She now wants to quit her job to be the next host of Drunk History on Comedy Central. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Holly, will you? First met John and Christy when Christy started bringing this new guy around the family gatherings. Say hello to the adventurous Dan, will you? Nice Dan for you. As Christy's older cousin and role model, she has taught Christy everything she knows about how to crack eggs on your little cousin's head. She and Christy work at the same hospital, although eggs or no eggs, they rarely get a chance to see each other. Tired of the fast-paced world of emergency department, she can't wait to become a labor and delivery nurse. Here's Stephanie C. Here's a man stepping in for John's brother, Stephen, who you all know is overseas, currently deployed. He was half the inspiration for John to become a nurse with his tales of working as a paramedic. Ladies and gentlemen, your next president, Sean. It's a hand down. The thoughts are broken. Perhaps they're better. Now we have Christy's longest friend, as they have known each other since middle school, when their obsessions included Lisa Frank stickers and as much eye glitter as possible. She's going to be a future educator, and she says that her teaching method will be old school conservative because the youth of today are too wild with their alternative hair color, clothes, and nerdy obsessions like Comic-Con. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Chelsea, will you?
Just a jump to the left.
There you go. That's all we want. That's all we want.
Your hands on your hips.
There you go. That's a party in a box right there. You're going to want to follow her around. She's going to be perfect for the whole night. He's still the reigning champion. Say hello to best man, Corey. Christy's best friend from nursing school and our maid of honor. Here's Anna, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm only gonna break your heart. I'm only gonna break your heart. I'm only gonna break your heart. I'm only gonna break your heart.
That's right. That's the dance floor. They're getting an early start. We love that. Now, I want to use this next piece of music perfectly, so cue, bump it up to the next piece of music. Now, here's what I want to tell you about these two. While they were out getting their pictures taken, I asked the bridal party, look, they wrote stuff about you. What would you say about them as a couple? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can stand and welcome your king and queen for a night, Mr. and Mrs. John and Christy Trask. Well done. You guys did spectacular. Now, how many people came to celebrate with these two? Stick your hand up in the air. We are going to do a number of things to honor and celebrate with them. The first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead, take a seat. Go ahead. You don't have to stand for this. Everybody sit down. Relax. All the tough part's done. They already said I do, so the rest is sort of a downhill ride. Bob Aldrich and Lee Stevens, also grandparents over there. So on and Becky Wisham, where are they at? In front. John's folks, well, you met Sean already, but let's do it together. Sean and Lisa Trask. And Christie's folks, Dave and Nancy, the executive creative director page. Did I get that right? Did I get it right?
I can't walk with this thing, but that's all right. Who's having fun? Woo! How about this couple, everybody? Come on. Well, first off, I don't know if Randy's around here, and his staff here at the Firehouse, what they do, minimum 3 times a week, they do these weddings. And they make it feel special. I mean, I feel special. Christy feels special. John, it's a beautiful venue, and I just can't believe what they've done here. Who else? Christy's day of coordinator, Sandy, and her assistant. What's her assistant name? Irene. You guys are awesome. I mean, look what they've done here, along with Randy's staff. This is magical, and everyone's here to share it with us. She's such a strong, I mean, she's a with it woman, and beautiful. She's like her mother. She's decisive. She's going to keep John in line. John's going to keep her in line, and that's just how it is, you know. So, I mean, I could go on in stories. How about Christy riding a bicycle, learning on a cousin's camp trip, surrounded by her older cousins? There's no way she's going to fall and skin her legs like every kid should, because she's got a covey of all her cousins guiding her. These stories went on and on from day one. Everyone, please raise your glass. This is to Christy and John Trask forever and ever.
We did actually have quite a few good times actually studying. 2 of my favorite memories of Christy are when we were actually studying. My first favorite is when Christy lit her homework on fire by studying too close to a candle. It literally, she was holding a paper and it burst into flames. And we both just stood up and screamed, and luckily Christy had some good sense to go throw the burning fire into our sink, so we didn't burn our whole apartment down. She's also the kindest, most supportive, and amazing friend that I think I have ever had. Christy, you always believed in me, and you were always there for me, no matter what crazy things were going in our lives or what stupid things I was doing. You were always there. You always. So let me tell you a little bit about how John came into our lives originally. It's a very similar story to Father of the Bride, actually. So Christy was our nursing club president, and John was in the class below and was gonna fill in those footsteps when Christy and I graduated. So they had to meet up and do like presidential things and exchange paperwork or whatever they had to do. And they really were supposed to meet up like once to do that for meetings, yeah. So they met up, and then they met up again and again. It's like, oh, it's interesting, Christy. She's like, oh, it's nothing, just meetings, we're just doing nursing club stuff. So then one day she's like, oh yeah, John and I met up, and then we ran some errands, and then we went and got lunch. I was like, oh, that's suspicious. Interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Trask.
When I first met you, I was drawn to you. I didn't realize how powerful it was at first.
You were just so different, so outgoing, so amazing to me. And that to me was so meaningful and so deep.
Someday, when I
I'm awfully low. When the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight.
I was so fortunate to meet somebody as unique and as beautiful and as alive as you.
You're lovely, with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight.
You are my favorite friend, my favorite partner, my favorite lover, my favorite person.
With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight.
I had never met someone so loving and respectful and passionate about every aspect of life.
You really showed me how to value life and how to value somebody else in a way that I had never seen before.
I am so happy and thankful that I get to call you mine for the rest of my life.
I can honestly say I am the luckiest man in the world to have found you to spend the rest of my life with.
With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight.
We're weird and we're weird together, and I love that.
I love you so much.
Elegant.
Mr. Worldwide to infinity. You know the roof on fire. We gon' boogie, oogie, oogie, jiggle, wiggle, and dance like the roof on fire. We go drink drinks and take shots until we fall out like the roof on fire. Now, baby, get my booty naked, take off all your clothes and light the roof on fire. Tell her, baby, 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 I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball. Conquered, or should I say I saw I conquered, I came. This little chico on fire, he no lie. Well, y'all slipping, he's running the game. Now big bang boogie, get that kitty little noogie. walk this way.
I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word was on my name. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
She is also the kindest, most supportive, and amazing friend that I think I have ever had. Christy, you always believed in me, and you were always there for me, no matter what crazy things were going in our lives or what stupid things I was doing. You were always there.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. You got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down.
I first met Jono in high school. Around sophomore or junior year, I started to finally come out of my shell a little bit and start making friends with people who I didn't go to elementary school with. Hi, Ryan. He's someone who's always excited for his friends, for their goals and accomplishments, someone who can be your best, most encouraging fan, and he can also take the role of the most wildly inappropriate and outrageous monster that I've ever met in my life.
You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me.
I, Jonathan, take you, Kristen, to be my wife.
I, Jonathan, take you, Kristen, to be my wife.
And I promise,
before
God and these witnesses,
to
be your loving and faithful wife. In plenty and in want,
in want,
in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health, as long as we both shall live.
You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. I can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind.
Before God and in the presence of this congregation, Jonathan and Kristen have made their vows to each other. They have confirmed their promises by the joining of hands and by the giving and receiving of rings. Therefore, I proclaim that they are now husband and wife. Those whom God hath joined together, let no one separate.
You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Give me all of you. Cards on the table, we're both showing hearts, risking it although it's hard. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning.
How lucky you are to find somebody who loves you in spite of all that. How lucky you are today to be living with a wife that's funny, supportive, caring, witty, and radiates beauty everywhere that she goes. And Christy, how lucky you are that today you're leaving with a beautiful new dress and a lovely bouquet. Like, everything is just great.
'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. I give you all of me, and you give me all of you.